What's up, you sexy fellas and fellettes? Welcome back to the Beers and Deers podcast. As always, the guillotine, Rambo, coming back at ya. Happy Labor Day.
Oh, happy Labor Day. We labored.
We did labor. Good
But
God.
it was a labor of love.
It was. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Went and did some crabbing
Yes, sir.
down in Kent Narrows in the Chester River. One of the many rivers that feed into the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. What a resource the Chesapeake Bay is.
You ain't kidding.
I mean, it is just, it supplies drink for our whitetail, and it provides a delicious morsel that is these little crustaceans
telling
called
you.
the Maryland blue crab. I mean, they are just spectacular. And they're fun as hell to catch. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a rough time, actually.
Yeah. Well, let's start out by saying I have been crabbing in 17 years. Last time I went crabbing was with my dad. And if you're not from the area, you've never been crabbing, usually 9 times out of 10 there's a skipper and then there's a dipper. And I was always the dipper with my dad. And when you run a trot line, you just go down the line and the line's over top of a boom and the crab comes up to the surface and you got to snatch it with a net. Well, I would miss some crabs because I was a youngster. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and just get screamed at. And that wasn't fun.
No.
And it left a bad taste in my mouth, so I never went again until today.
So now as an adult, what is your overall opinion? How do you feel about crabbing?
I had a blast.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah.
Even though we started out pretty rough.
Yikes.
So, in typical Beers and Deers style, we went out with like a 20-year-old trot line.
Easily.
Yeah, we baited it. We wanted to get clams, couldn't get clams. We got chicken necks. And basically how a trot line works is every so many feet, 5 feet or so, you put a little piece of bait on it. And, man, this line was pretty dry rotted.
A little bit.
And when we were baiting the line, I cut out like quite a few sections. So I think we were down to like 800, maybe 900 feet
Yeah.
of line. And when we actually got there and started putting the line in, like, man, this is going really smooth. Like, we got our anchor in, a buoy, and you troll along like at an idle, and you slowly let the line feed into the water out of a trash can. And the line's feeding out, no tangles, no knots, and it's just like, fuck yeah, we're going smooth. And then all of a sudden, we got a fucking knot.
Yeah.
And John slams the boat into reverse, fucking grinding gears. And,
That lower unit is full of glitter.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
That thing looks like a fucking kindergarten room.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to cut out some of that. All right, whatever. We run the line all the way out. We're like, hell yeah, we got it out there. So we wait till first light, and man, I forgot about the funniest part of this story was before we even left. But
we'll come back to that.
We'll circle back to that. So we wait till we can legally crab, which was 6:07 today.
Yes.
And good thing we were on our shit because the law was not far. So we wait till we can legally crab. Bam, we pick up and we start running this line, and it did not look good.
Yeah.
It was all over the place, and it became very clear that the line had snapped in half.
Yes.
So we basically run it to the end, we grab it, and we start pulling it back in. Well, we pull one side up, then we go to the other side, and we start pulling that side up. And, well, what we were trying to do was run it to get to, like, the end. That way we could just tie the other line on, continue feeding it out, and throw the buoy out. And we kept having issues trying that. So we're like, all right, we're just going to have to go to the other side, pull that anchor, pull the whole line up, and start from scratch. So we go to the other side, go to pull that anchor up, and the line fucking snaps.
Yeah, the anchor line.
The anchor line. Yeah. So now the anchor, which you need 2 anchors. You can't crab without 2 anchors. Mm-hmm. Is now in the Chester River somewhere.
Yeah, it's a rotor off a 2003 Chevy.
So. And luckily, we were with some buddies. Shout out Jason, Uncle T, and Mike, I think is Nick was with them. And they had an extra anchor for us, so we rigged up another anchor. Finally, got the line all together, put the line out, and then after that, things were pretty smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.
We started slamming some crabs, man. There was a crab on every fucking chicken neck.
We were done in 45 minutes.
Maybe an hour and a half. But they were hitting pretty good, man. And we got up a little over half a bushel, and me and John were just kind of like, dude, we got plenty to eat.
That's plenty, yeah.
So we packed it up, headed on out.
Yeah, if you don't know half a bushel is about 3 dozen to 3.5 dozen crabs.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Plenty.
Came back here, you had 6 or so, I had 5 or 6 or so, and that was plenty.
Yeah, I was pretty full. I mean, big crabs.
You took some to Mama Duke's and still got plenty left, so.
Took some to me, ma.
Yeah, buddy.
I guess we can give some to Sam. And, so pretty good day. But
before that all happened,
Johnny, why don't you tell that side of the story?
Well, to get up crabbing, apparently you got to get up at the fucking ass crack of dawn. I got up at 2:45 this morning, running off like 3.5 hours sleep. And I was like, okay, I'll go pick up the guillotine, 3:30. I roll in to his house, 3:30. Lights are on. I'm like, oh, that's good. He's awake. I get up to his house. I look in the window, and he's not awake. Well, okay, I'll just give him a call. I call his phone, straight to voicemail. Maybe it was a fluke. I'll try it again. Straight to voicemail. Okay, this isn't good. So a lot of things are going through my mind. Do I go to his bedroom window and bang on that? Do I try banging on the door, which I did try banging on the door, hoping that Doc would hear and start barking, which he didn't hear. He's deaf.
My bedroom. So he slept in my room last night, and my bedroom's a fucking wind tunnel, dude. Yeah. I got fucking. The thing is, that's how I sleep.
You got a window unit in there. You got fans going.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, all right, well, I got to get his ass up because Uncle Tony's waiting on us.
Yeah.
So I bust out the old NRA card and I jimmy the door lock and pop it open. You should probably lock your deadbolt next time.
Well, I was a little toasted when I went to bed last night. Hence all the lights in my house being on. It looked like a fucking, I don't know, like a bug zapper. My house was lit up.
Yeah, so I pop the lock and I get halfway down the hallway. I hear Doc start barking. I open up your bedroom door and say, hey, guillotine. And you just came out of nowhere like a spider monkey, butt fucking naked. You thought I was a robber coming to kill you or something. Oh, my God. That mental image is forever burned into my retinas.
Oh, dude. I jumped out of that bed like fucking Chuck Norris on crystal meth, man. Dick just swinging fucking. I was like, get some, motherfucker. John, what the fuck?
I'll be right out.
I'll be right out, man. Sorry, I overslept. I plugged my phone in, but I had alternated chargers, and the cable wasn't actually plugged in.
Yeah.
So my phone died while I was sleeping, and yeah. But hey, I mean, yeah.
Neither of us plugged our phones in. My phone, the
luckily
alarm
didn't die.
Yeah, the alarm went off. I reached up, turned it off, and it died right there
in your hand.
Yeah.
Wow. It was just meant to be.
It
man.
was meant to be.
We barely made it out of there.
Well, I barely made it out of there with my life.
Yeah.
It could have turned bad. Yeah. Well, hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it was a good thing. It was a good thing you said my name, even though I didn't hear it.
It didn't register yet.
No, I don't think it registered. It took me a second to everything in my head. For me, it was just like dogs barking, my bedroom doors opening. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so I immediately jump out of bed. You know what I mean? But as soon as I got up to my feet and probably even before I even saw you, it registered oh shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking John waking my ass up. Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing you won't forget to plug your phone in for, and that's this Friday.
Oh.
Dear season, Daddy.
I don't even think I need to plug my phone in for that. I will be up.
I'll be like a little kid on Christmas. I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's what Ryan he always describes it as. It's like opening day is like Christmas Day for us.
Yeah.
It's what we felt like as kids for Christmas is how we feel towards opening day. I'm going to fucking watch Stars in the Sky, a documentary by Steven Vernella, fucking drink some cold beers. I mean, it's fucking Christmas Eve. It really is.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait. What do we got? 4 days. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yep, 4 days. Wow. It was a hell of a way to wave summer goodbye today, though.
Yes. Yeah, that was nice, man. I like crabbing. Crabbing's fun, and eating them's even more fun.
God, they were good. Oh, my God.
Chester River, I mean, those crabs are... If you've never had a Maryland blue crab, do yourself a favor and get some Maryland blue crabs.
Put it on your bucket list. Come down here and get some.
They are just spectacular.
Yeah, and you got to get them from Maryland.
Yeah, the ones in Louisiana suck.
They are terrible.
And the ones from Delaware suck.
Yeah.
But I can't explain it. Don't know why. They are so much better from Maryland. And honestly, I think the best ones come from the Chester River.
Yeah, Sam always said that, and I always thought she was fucking insane, but...
How good were those fucking crabs today?
Probably the best crabs I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, they were fresh as fucking can be.
Right.
But they were... Jesus, they were good.
Yeah, they were fucking fantastic. Oh, man.
Had a belly full of crabs and took a nap.
Yeah, we were going to do a podcast, and after we came back and ate crabs, and I was like... dude, I think I'm going to take my mom's crabs and go take a nap, and then I'll come back over.
I seen the look on your face. I was like, yeah, he's gonna pass out.
He's going to give in. Oh, I needed that fucking nap. Hey, man. I don't think I made it to bed till like midnight, so I had like 3.5 hours of sleep. And crabbing takes it out of you, man. It does.
Especially the fiasco we had.
Yeah, dealing with that fucking line was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then, so to go back to it, at the end of our day, we're doing 2 more runs. We're like, let's do 2 more runs and let's get out of here. And I look off over my shoulder, and John's like, that looks like Coast Guard. And I was like, fuck. And here they come. They're beelining it straight for us. And we were just about to pick up our line and start running it. And I was like, well, we might as well just fucking wait. I shut the boat off. They came over. How you boys doing? Doing fucking terrible now. What's up, dude?
Come to ruin my fucking day.
Yeah. But we were all legit. They checked us out. They're actually pretty cool about it. You know what I mean? Just show us your life vest, show us your crabbing license and shit. And my phone was fucking dead, but I know my DNR ID number, so
yeah.
Hopefully they would have been lenient on me for that. But John was able to show him his.
I don't know how. The phone was on like 0.5%.
Yeah.
But, they could have looked our DNR numbers up.
Yeah. So, but you only actually needed one on the boat anyway. Yeah. So, but we were good. Everything checked out, and they went on their good old way. But it was just like, man, everything today that could have went wrong. At least we were on our P's and Q's about being legit and legal and everything.
It's too easy not to be. It's $5 for a recreational crab license.
I mean, come on. And the boat, like, having a life vest and a fucking horn on that motherfucker, it's nothing to do that.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not have that shit?
Lazy.
Yeah. So, we were good. Oh, and now we have officially said goodbye to summer, and I am shifting gears 100% to deer season.
I'm ready, Daddy.
I got, now my phone's working again. Yeah, my phone took a shit, like, altogether today. I got something I wanted to ask you, John.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't think you did this, but you are a recent convert to the single pin sight.
I am.
Now, after spending some time with it, I mean, you've had it for what, a year now?
Yes.
What is your opinion? Do you like the single pin over the multi pin, or what do you think?
I do like it a lot better. There's less mess in the peep. And now it can get tricky if a deer comes in maybe a different area that you don't expect it, and you got to range real quick and look up and move your pin, but that hasn't been an issue so far. So now I can see using a multi-pin for like elk, because an elk could come in at 30 yards and all of a sudden jump out to 70, which I can understand that. But for whitetail, tree stand, whitetail hunting, single pin.
Yeah, you
all
like
day.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I mean, I like multi-pins. I mean, they both have the pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The multi-pin, there's an obvious pro. You don't have to move your sight. You know what I mean? You can, bam, you got your 30, 40, 50. But the downside to that is well, there's 2. One, you've got a fixed amount of pins. So either you've got 3, 5, 7, and once you get up into those higher numbers like 5 and 7, dude, that's a whole lot going on in there. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like the single pin. And I can move that bitch from 15 yards to 130.
Yeah.
Which is, if you like to shoot long range, which is fun, man. And it's starting to become like a thing. Like apparently, there's the archery club nearby. I can't remember who it is. They're gonna start doing long range shoots.
Hell yeah.
Like 100 plus.
The one up in Delaware?
Yeah. Or no. PA.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but
Hell yeah. They're which it's cool. It's starting to become like more popular, like long range shooting. It's like I think it's just becoming more acceptable, especially with these modern bows. Like back in the day, it was almost like frowned upon. Like, oh, you shouldn't shoot anything over 30. Yeah, but we're just target shooting, dude. Like, let me shoot out to whatever the fuck I want. Okay, go fuck yourself. Come over there and shove this fucking arrow up your ass, buddy. How about that, huh? How about that? You like that?
Turn this fucking bow sideways and stick it where the sun's on.
The fucking stabilizer right up there and spin that motherfucker. So yeah, I wanted to get that from you because I know it was something that we talked about. Like, let's give it a little time and see how you feel about it, and wanted to get your official review after you've killed many deer with it, you've shot a tack with it, and
I struggled with it for a long time. Like the decision to switch over, I was so scared of the moment of truth, having to adjust the sight.
Yeah.
But it's been no factor. And I love it, too, because you can dial on the exact yardage.
Yeah, 34, 33.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 69.
Instead of splitting two pins, say you got a deer at 45, you got to aim, you got to kind of guess, not guess, but put it in between the 40 and the 50.
Yep.
That can be a pain. Just right to 45, bang.
Yeah. I agree. I think that is probably the biggest benefit to the single pin. Is like if you get up in this tree and you're hunting over a game trail and you range the game trail and it's 27 yards, with the fixed pin sights, it's like, man, that's in between my 20 and my 30. Kind of sucks. Well, if I'm in that situation, I'm rolling my pin right to 27 because that's where I'm expecting the deer to come. I'm sitting it right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep. That's what I do with the hang on at hunting property.
Yeah.
I know pretty much where they're coming from. I range it. It's like 28. Put it right on 28.
Yeah. Perfect.
Hasn't failed since.
No. Fucking
dude.
Gotta love that.
God. Can't wait.
We are getting close. Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of not failing, you've done really well, but I know we've all dealt with this, is missing an animal.
Yeah.
How do you recover from that, like, mentally, John? Is there like, does it really piss you off? Do you feel like maybe you've got to like redeem yourself? Like, how do you get right back in the saddle after you miss? Especially like, have you ever missed like a buck that you wanted? What did you go through? Like, what process do you go through to come back from that?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I haven't missed in a very long time. I'm just saying. But the miss probably wouldn't bother me as much as a bad shot.
Yeah.
That can weigh on your mind. And it does, and it has. So that's no fun. But a miss, I just haven't missed in a while. I don't know. Could you call a bad shot a miss?
Oh, we could. Yeah. What about that? How do you come back from that, man? I mean, that's even harder.
I think it's just kind of like falling off a bike. You just got to get back out there and do it.
Get back in the woods.
Yeah. Get back on the saddle.
Yeah, I think so too. Do you go home and like immediately check your gear?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come over to your house and I'll shoot. Cause
think about suicide for a while.
A little bit. Yeah, of course. I want to make sure that it was me and not the gear.
Yeah. And it sucks when you have to admit it was you, but more often than not, it is us.
Yeah, 9.9 times out of 10, it's us.
Yeah,
it's never the gear.
Yeah, like I mean, every once in a while, you just do something crazy, like I don't know, maybe your fucking arrow rest didn't drop or something. But like you said, 9 times out of 10, it's something we do, or we just let the nerves get the best of us. Yeah,
I mean, sometimes in the heat of the moment, if you don't tell yourself to slow down, you won't remember any of it.
Yeah.
You just remember the deer running off, and you're like, fuck, where'd I hit that thing?
It's like an adrenaline blur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've done it so many times where I'm just like, man, I don't even remember. I can't like think about exactly what I did. You know what I mean?
The worst part is when you got a deer coming in and it doesn't give you a shot immediately, so it's just kind of lingering around, and you're just staring at this thing, and you're starting to get tunnel vision because you're not breathing properly, and that's the first thing that goes when you're not breathing is your eyesight. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Oh, we've all dealt with that. Like that's why I almost prefer to be snuck up on.
Yes.
Like have that deer just pop up out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, rather than like seeing it from like 80 yards out slowly meander its way towards you. What does Uncle Ted call it? Whitetail waterboarding, man. Yeah. That is just fucking. It is. It's torture because you're sitting there and you're like, I want this animal. Please come over this way. You know what I mean? And when you do get here, please give me a fucking good shot. Mm-hmm. And it's like by the time they get there, like you said, you get that tunnel vision, man, and you're just so fucking amped up, and it can be hard to reel yourself back in.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And is there anything that you found that has helped you to do that, to reel yourself back in situations like that?
Just tell myself to calm down and breathe.
Yeah, breathe.
Definitely, you gotta breathe.
Yeah.
Because especially if you got one just looking right at you, staring a beam of light through your face, and you're like trying not to move, and you're not breathing.
Yeah.
But you just gotta close your eyes and internally tell yourself to breathe, 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 breathe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've caught myself holding my breath so many times, or like I feel like they can hear me breathe.
Yeah, hear your fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, so I'm like, because your heart's pounding out of your chest, man, and I'm like, you know, like don't breathe heavy, but you gotta breathe. You know what I mean? Don't be a fucking Neanderthal, Seth.
It's tough, man. The heat of the moment.
Oh,
life or death, literally.
Yes, and at the same time, it's you know what we live for. I love that. But and overcoming that is, there's nothing sweeter, man.
Buddy.
It's like the reward of the shot is like as soon as you make that good shot, you're like, yeah, like man, that's fucking. It's 99% of that is just about the fact that you successfully did your job and you performed it well. You know what I mean? Like you haven't even recovered the animal yet, but you know when you make a good shot.
You know, like, as soon as that arrow leaves that motherfucking rest,
yes,
if it's a good shot or not.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
And there's just, I can't wait to do that Monday morning.
Friday morning.
Yeah.
You're going tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. Yeah, dude. It's right around the corner. And I'm as ready as I can be. I mean, I've even started. I switched totally to broadheads. I'm not shooting anything but broadheads right now. I've been shooting broadheads, but I'm not shooting anything but broadheads till opening day now.
Yeah, I got to come over this week. Just make sure everything's on. I'm pretty sure it is, but I want a final checklist. Boom, 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 boom. Be ready. Got some lighted nocks, some cheap lighted nocks.
Yeah.
Deep Power off Amazon. They were $15 for 4. They seem okay.
Yeah. Well, that guy Lusk Archery that does the broadhead reviews on YouTube. Mm-hmm. He reviewed their broadheads, and he said for the price, dude, these things are pretty fucking stout.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they might not be a bad brand, up-and-comer.
I like them because it's a little switch on the side. You can just use your nail to flip it on, flip it off.
Yeah.
Instead of sticking a knife in there and prying that little plunger up or however Luminoc is. I don't even know how you turn that one off, but...
Luminoc, you gotta like wiggle it out, which I really don't like. Yeah. I think they're the most like they look the most like a traditional knock.
Yeah,
but man, they are a pain in the ass to turn off.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that design. And then the nocturnals, I like that design, but it is a bit of a pain when you got to pop that fucking thing out. Yeah. The Deep Power that you got is 100% the best design.
Yeah, I think Nocturnal has a line of nocks that has a switch on the side of it.
Oh, okay.
And I think that Lusk Archery guy was talking about maybe the first run of those with the switch on the side. People had issues with them when they would pass through the animal. Something would catch the switch
and shut it
off. I guess they went back and revised it, so now the switch is down in like a little belly.
Okay.
So I'm sure it still could, but the likelihood is very slim.
Okay. Yeah, because that was my next question. I was like, I wonder how, if they're real easy, it probably would be very likely to get shut off when you pass through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah. I got blue. It's gonna look awesome.
Hell yeah. Have you ever had blue ones before?
Green and red.
Yeah, they're always green and red. Yeah. I think there's like an orange, but yeah. And what do you think about those ones that are like starbursts where they change all the colors?
I'll probably try those next.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
Like the strobe lights.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
It's like fucking neon deer hunting, bro. It's fucking
out the rave, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. I dig it. Yeah, be walking through the woods and see the fucking them things lighting up.
Oh man.
Imagine seeing that thing come at you. What the fuck?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Fucking alien coming at me.
Yeah, I think they're cool. I like those. I like the ones that strobe, the change.
Yeah, I might try those next. I mean, dude, nocturnals are crazy expensive.
Yeah, I feel like they're... You need a beer?
Yeah.
I feel like they're fucking, like, it's too much.
It's too much.
Fucking $30 for 3 nocks? Are you shitting me?
It's a piece of plastic with a battery in it and a switch. $30 for 3 when you can get the same ones, 1 plus 1 more for half that. Well, why wouldn't you? If they work.
Yeah.
I understand if they didn't work.
Well, you'll shoot them, and honestly, that's what the real test is shooting them. As long as they perform like they're supposed to. The weight's all consistent, right? Didn't you weigh them out?
I didn't. I haven't yet. Maybe I'll do that.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a scale at the house. We can weigh them and just make sure they're all consistent. Because that would be something that would be a concern to me too, is having one that's like 20 grains and one that's 25. You know what I mean? Like that would be not okay.
I was a little leery about the packaging because the ones I bought have different bushings in them for different diameter arrows, and it goes like. It's got the 3 bushings on the side of the package, and the top one is supposed to be for the smaller diameter arrow, and then on down to the bigger. And the very bottom is the gold tips. And I went to open the package, and I went to put the gold tip, quote unquote, bushing in my arrow, and it was way too loose. I'm like, what the fuck is this about? So I use process of elimination. I go all the way to the tippy top. That's supposed to be the small diameter bushing. And that turned out to be the gold tip bushing.
No shit.
So it was packaged wrong over there in China.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna
China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
what are you gonna do? Every fucking thing's made in China now, man. That pisses me off. But I don't think there's a light of knock that is made in the USA, is there? I don't think any of them are.
I doubt it. Maybe the Luminoc.
I don't know. Maybe that would be why they're so fucking pricey, and then I guess I could understand. But if they're not, then get fucked.
Yeah.
When you can get, 5 or 6 of them for
4.
$15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No brainer. No fucking
It's
brainer.
half the price and you get an extra one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they look exactly like a
they
nocturnal.
do. Yeah.
Exactly like it, so.
Yeah, because you shot them. You came over and shot them the other day. And you didn't have any issues with them. Because remember you showed me.
Did I?
Or, no, maybe you showed me on Snapchat.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm fucking imagining things.
Yeah, just making shit up.
Just making stuff up, man.
Like a woman.
Oh, easy now. You're gonna get yours. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll bring them over probably tomorrow. Let one or two fly. See how they perform.
Yeah, make sure there's no issues with them.
Yeah, I think they are a tickle heavier than nocturnal.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they are.
Yeah.
With the bushing particularly.
Yeah.
So, now those are a thing too, though. The knock bushings, a lot of guys are using that shit now. It's like, Jesus. I don't know if I want to dive into all that. I don't know how necessary it is, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it helps, but I don't know. I mean, for hunting, I don't know how necessary that is. For a long-range target, sure, I think it's could probably make a pretty big difference, but I'm not overly concerned. I'm not in a rush to try it out.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So are you ready? What's your game plan? Should we go over that right now or wait till?
I mean, we covered it pretty good last week, and honestly, the only thing we did cover last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, as of that pod, we covered it.
Yeah, and mine really hasn't changed, other than the fact that, so, in the morning, I can't hunt my spot in Port Deposit because there's no good access for early season. It's just not a morning spot. But in the evening, this buck has gotten a lot more consistent. He's been coming. I get him on camera almost every day.
That's sick.
So, hopes are high, and that he continues on this pattern. And if he does, and the wind is good, and the stars align, I'll be moving in for the kill.
Wonderful. Well, last time my game plan was first doe that I see, gonna let the air out of her. Well, that has completely changed. Big boy has started to show back up almost daily again. I told you and I told Ryan, me and Sam were going by the quarry Friday night or Thursday night, one of them nights, and we see him coming out into the field. So I hurry up and dart in there in my truck and drive by him, get within 40 yards. I don't stop. I just kind of creep by him. It's the biggest buck I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's fucking hammer.
Absolute Maryland fucking giant.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, like you say, the stars align, and I can let the air out of that big motherfucker.
Fucking A. It was Sam, like, if you kill that deer, I will just do whatever you want. You can have your way with me, because you would be the fucking man of men.
She was starstruck, too. I mean,
Was she? That's pretty cool. I'm glad she got to see it, too.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Because her dad's killed some big friggin' deer.
Yeah.
But this thing is massive.
He's a fucking hammer.
He's 2 foot wide, easily.
He's fucking 6 foot wide.
He's 9 foot wide, dude. 6 feet tall.
He's got 8 foot tall brow tines. Shit you not.
He's
Puts
got-
any elk to shame.
He's got quadruple drop tines. He's a freak, dude. But no, he's a freak. And his buddy he was with, just as much as a fucking freak.
Really?
Yeah. Big 8.
Oh, the one you have on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Now, what are you going to do if that big 8 walks by?
He's dead.
Yeah. You're going to shoot him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bonus tag. Need that.
Need that. Get on the phone real quick. $15.
Now, yeah, you can't shoot him in the same day, though.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Yeah. So if you shot one, what would you do? Just fucking try to get in and out of there as quick as you could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he... See, that's the conundrum. If I see the big 8, then
Usually he's with
the
him.
10 is with him. So, good. I don't know.
Could you let that big 8 walk, though?
I don't know.
No. Yeah. No fucking way.
See, the thing is, it's going to kill me if I air the big 8 and I see the big 10
Oh, my God.
scamper off. I'm just going to have to wait. That's my game plan for the first 3 days.
Yeah.
Wait for the big boy.
Yeah, because if that 8 comes by, it's pretty likely that 10's right behind him.
Yeah.
And you know in your heart, that's the move.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm going to second guess shooting that 8.
Yep.
And if you got to second guess it, it's not the right move.
Yeah. So just tough it out, man.
Fingers fucking crossed, dude.
God, I fucking hope so.
Full velvet.
He's still full velvet.
Oh, yeah. All the bucks I have on camera are. Not one has gone
Me
hard
too.
horned.
Same here. Somebody at work was telling me the other day that theirs went hard horned.
Really?
I think it depends a little bit upon like area, like from spot to spot, you'll get slightly some different timing, but they will start losing that velvet very soon, all over, no matter where you're at in Maryland, anyway.
Actually, I got a little 4-pointer on camera. It looks like he might be hard horned.
I feel like they lose first.
Yeah.
Like the smaller the deer, the quicker they lose their velvet. But
I don't care if he's in velvet or not. That's never really been a want for me.
no, you don't care about velvet.
Nah.
You don't want a velvet buck.
Eh.
Don't care.
Dude, I don't care. I think it would be even cooler to get him, like, as he's dropping it. Like, shit's hanging.
Yes,
That would be sick.
that would be sick.
Yeah, his horns are all red.
Yeah. Oh man,
That'd be sick.
that would be cool as fuck.
I don't know if that would cost more at the taxidermist.
Oh, I guarantee you it would.
Damn it.
I bet that'd be extra, but you'd have to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that would be like the coolest time to get a buck is when they're shedding that velvet. That would
Yeah.
be sick. If they can even really do anything with it. I mean, I'm sure they could.
Well, I think when they taxidermy it, it's not the actual velvet on their antlers anyway.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's fake. I think. Might be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. 'Cause I know it's hard to handle. Like you can't be rough with that shit, as you can rub it off.
How do you get a deer out of the woods with full velvet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to drag them by their antlers if they got velvet. At least that's what I've heard. I've never shot one in velvet. But I guess you'd have to fucking drag them by the hind legs. But then it's like they're gonna fuck their rack up either way.
Yeah, probably just take a rope and loop it around their neck.
Yep.
Drag it like that.
Yeah. I hope that's a problem we have to deal with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man.
Yeah.
We need these problems.
Yeah. Because mine's still involved with too, and man. If I can get that fucking deer in front of me, John, I know I can get it done. Man,
I'm right there with you.
It's about making those stars align, manifesting that destiny.
Yeah.
Because it's a cat and mouse game, man, and it's high stakes. And if you make one fuck up, they might be gone.
I'm sure you have, but I have played this scenario over in my mind over and over and over and over again. And it's not even happened yet. I'm just making shit up in my head. But I know how it's going to go down, especially in the morning. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
He's going to come through that hole in the fence. He's going to walk down the road, 28 yards, perfectly broadside. I'm going to draw back. I'm going to go, meh. He's going to look up. I'm going to aim just in his armpit in case he drops. And just let her fly. And shoulder him.
And I'll have to back out. And come back the next day.
With a tracking dog.
God, I hope not.
No, absolutely.
Oh, dude, you wouldn't sleep. You
No.
would not sleep.
No.
Not a chance.
I'd have 4 tracking dogs there that morning.
Yeah.
They would all be looking at each other. What the fuck? What are we all doing here?
Yeah, like that Spider-Man meme with all the Spider-Man. Have you seen that? Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, man. You'd have to call a tracking dog on him.
Yeah.
Unless it fucking rained on you.
Oofa, loofah, that happened to you.
Yeah, sure did. But, yeah, man. I is that something you do a lot? Do you go over it in your head, like in almost like a preparation? Like when you've got a target buck, do you like visualize that beforehand?
Yeah. I mean, this is the first year I've ever had a target bucket before the season starts. But, you know, you get bored up in the tree stand. At least I do. I visualize what's happening over and over and over, or what should happen in my head.
It's interesting.
Yeah, you don't do that?
Sometimes. Not in the tree stand. I more just like fantasize about it at work. You know what I mean?
Fantasize.
Yeah, I'm sitting at work, fucking got my welding hood on, and my fucking pants just start growing.
Getting tighter, dude.
You thinking about titties over there, Seth? Yeah. Titties, definitely.
Chicks, dude, totally.
Girls like them. But yeah, I definitely do. I visualize like just going through it and making that perfect fucking shot.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing to do. You know what I mean? Just like anything else, like you visualize your victory. You visualize your overcoming these obstacles, you know?
Visualize and attack.
Yes, exactly. Tackle and fuel.
Tackle and fuel.
Tackle and fuel. It's a great fucking movie.
It is. So, Realtree put something out a couple days ago. 10 more deer hunting myths debunked.
Oh, sounds like some clickbaity shit.
It was. I think all these are just common sense stupid shit. The first one was big bucks always move at dawn and dusk.
No, what? Is that a myth? Does anybody think that?
I would hope not.
No, it's ridiculous.
Stupid. Second one, never ever overhunt your best stand.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit. Number 2, if some guy trumps close to your stand, the spot is ruined for the day. I don't believe that.
No.
Not at all. Next one, stay to your best spots until the wind and rut conditions are just right, then move in and hunt a buck.
I kind of agree with that. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Is they saying that's a myth?
Yeah. They say generally that's not a bad way to think, but if there's one thing I've learned in over the past 30 years, it is that sometimes you got to say the heck with it and hunt your target buck right now, especially on public land.
Okay.
I can agree with that in the early season.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to get out there.
Yeah.
Next one is the more acres you hunt, the better your chances. I don't agree with that.
No. I like small blocks of timber.
Some of the biggest deer have been killed on the smallest blocks of timber.
Yep.
A full moon is the worst time to hunt.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's the worst time to hunt, but I'm not a fan.
Well, all the old timers say them deer can see so good in the big moon they stay up all night eating and don't move all day. I always heard that growing up too.
Yeah, sure.
But it's bullshit.
Yeah, I do think they move a little later though.
Yeah,
I do. I mean, maybe it's just because that's what I've always heard, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of a nice big bright moon.
I am actually.
Do you? Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen you howl at that motherfucker a few times.
How about the moon, dude? Next one, hang your stand at least 25 to 30 feet high.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes. Higher the fucking better.
Yeah. Fucking A. Higher than pelican pussy, dude.
Next one, miss a buck and it's all over.
Yeah, my life. If I miss this fucking buck, it will be all over. I promise you that.
If a buck stamps and head bobs, he's fixing to blow out of there.
Well, a lot of time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once they start that head bobbing shit, if they're looking at you, it's not a good thing.
No.
What do they say? That's a myth?
Um,
I'm not saying always. Like sometimes, if you stay perfectly still, and they might carry on, but
they're always leery of you though.
If they're head bobbing at you, you got a problem.
Yeah. It says a doe or buck stamps its foot and head bobs when it sees a strange object it can't make out. Like you huddle on the ground or up in a tree stand, it's a nervous body language, yes, but it does not necessarily indicate quick flight. No need to take a quick or poor bow shot at a buck. On high alert, he'll duck the arrow in a whirl for sure. That's true.
Yeah.
And the last one is hunt a buck on his scrape line between feet and bed. What's wrong with that?
I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I think hunting scrapes are a great option. But, I mean, a lot of times I feel like they will hit them late. You know, they're not always going to be hit in daylight hours.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what he was saying? You don't know when they're hitting them.
Yeah, it says, not even sure, scrape lines. What does he say? I cannot honestly say I've never, ever shot a buck on his scrape line. I might have, I just don't know. I'm not even sure scrape lines exist. This guy might be an idiot, dude.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even give this publicity. I shot a buck over his scrape.
Yeah.
He was in his scrape.
They're a thing, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely clickbait, like you said.
Yeah. But it's cool. It's always fun. You know what I mean? It's fun to read that stuff, and that's why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. It's all different shit, you know. It's all stuff that... what do you think about mock scrapes, John? Are you a fan of them? Have you ever, really put a lot of time into mock scrapes?
I tried one last year. It didn't work. But the pro hunters, quote-unquote hunters, they swear by them.
Yeah.
Like Don Higgins does the rope.
Yeah.
He makes a mock scrape and he hangs a rope over it.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy, Jeff Sturgis, hangs a vine. It's pretty much the same principle.
Yeah.
So it works for them, I guess.
That's what a guy at my work was telling me. There's something on Amazon you can buy with a hemp rope, and it's already got the scent and everything, and you can throw it out there, and it fucking works like a charm. I'm not opposed to it. I think the mock scrape idea is cool, and I mean, there's enough guys out there using it that they probably work good. I've never done them personally. I've made them makeshift.
Yeah.
Like I've made a mock scrape and broke a little branch down and pissed in it. But
yeah, of course.
That's the extent of my mock scrapes.
Maybe I'll try one this year.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it.
Put it where I want them to stop.
Yeah. Yep. Because I mean, if they hit that fucking thing, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, dude.
But I've watched them work scrapes many of times.
Yeah.
Bucks and does. I mean, they'll come up, they'll fucking hit their little head on that little twig and walk on over and piss in the fucking scrape, and it's a thing. They definitely use them.
Yeah, and it's definitely not just a rut thing.
No.
It's an all-year thing.
It definitely amps up at the rut, though.
Yeah, of course.
Before and after the rut, or all around the rut, it's just, I see a lot more scrape activity.
That's just how they communicate. That's how they find out who's in the area.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. And does use them just as much as bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Love to know what goes through the mind of a white-tailed doe. She's looking at my fucking ass up in that tree.
Head bobbing.
Head bobbing. Just fucking stomping. Look at this fucking clown.
Let's get some fucking arrow through a bitch ass. Yeah. That's the grossest sound on the face of the planet.
Oh, man. It sends chills down my spine.
Yeah.
God, I hate hearing a deer blow.
But it's not the end of the world.
No, I don't think it is either. I mean, we've both had circumstances where deer have blown at us and
Came
then
right back.
Came back.
And got killed.
Yeah.
Had one last year.
Now, you're not gonna get a fucking 4-year-old, 5-year-old buck to do that.
No.
But you can get a nice doe to do it. Do you think does are just as intelligent as bucks?
Oh yeah.
It's just more of an age structure thing.
Yeah.
I think if you get a 5-year-old doe, that's a dangerous animal because it doesn't get as amped up by testosterone.
Yeah, it's just always thinking.
Yeah, and then it's fucking had years of experience. I mean, that's a smart animal. Killing an old doe is not an easy thing to do.
I've heard people say it a lot. Like killing an old doe is just as hard as killing a 6-year-old buck.
Yeah, I mean, I can't agree with that. It's just we don't usually target them. You know what I mean? But they're definitely hard to kill.
Yeah.
I think sometimes with bucks, like, honestly, we get a little too... We give them too much credit sometimes. It's like we think these... Like, they're at the end of the day, they're animals. And, you know, yes, their instincts are really sophisticated and they're not an easy thing to kill with a bow and arrow. But sometimes I feel like we give them a little too much credit. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Yeah. Like, sometimes just keep it simple, stupid, and do what works.
Yeah, the hunting community is definitely... I feel like we're going down the wrong path with that. We're just overthinking it.
Yeah, with bucks.
With bucks, and I feel like we're overthinking it with our gear. We're definitely making our gear way too expensive.
yeah, definitely agree with that.
What are we doing? Are we fucking Louis Vuitton?
Yeah, it's like, are we playing golf or are we hunting? You know what I mean? For fuck's sake.
Everything is just the new fad, and it's always more expensive. More expensive.
Yep.
We're going down the wrong path with that.
Don't like that.
Yeah. It doesn't cater to the average guy anymore. Can you get into it for cheap? Sure. Of course you can. You can do that with anything.
Yeah. But now there's so much like high-end shit.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at these dialed, dialed, the word, spelled exactly how it sounds. These fucking sights, man. Holy shit, they're so fucking cool.
The ones that kind of go up at an angle?
Yeah, so you get more sight tape yardage out of them, and, man, they are fucking slick looking. Yeah. And they'll match, like, the color of your riser. They're really nice dovetail sights. Check out Dialed. They're on Instagram, and they're just sick. But the price tag on these fucking things, $500.
That's absurd.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe next year I'll get one.
That's fucking absurd.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, even the bows. I mean, look at a fucking carbon bow, $1,700.
Yeah. 17, shit. Yeah. I think they were 18 last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
they went up $100. Thank you, Uncle Joe.
Yeah. Well, here's a question for you. Your bow setup. If you could only spend money on 3 things to be top of the line for your bow setup. So your bow, your sight, your rest, we'll say stabilizer and release. What would you spend? What would you get top of the line in and skimp on the rest?
My rest.
Okay.
My release and my sight.
Okay.
Yeah, quiver, don't care. Stabilizers, not as big of a thing.
No.
What else do we got?
The bow.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, are we counting the bow?
Yeah.
Oof, that makes it harder.
Yeah, counting the bow.
Because those 3, I feel like, are the clear answer. If you're not counting the bow, is the release, the stabilizer, or the release, the rest, and the sight.
Yes.
Now, if we're counting the bow, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go release.
I've stumped him.
Yeah. I'm gonna go release, breast, bow.
Release, rest, bow.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a $60 sight up there that works just fine.
Yeah. I mean, you can get a cheap sight that works just fine.
Yeah.
But you do not want your rest failing.
No.
And look, nothing against Whisker Biscuits. I think they do the job.
I killed plenty of deer with them.
Yeah. But they're slowing your arrow down.
They're not consistent.
They're inconsistent. Yeah, they're going to eventually wear, and it's not going to be. You're going to have to adjust your sight to that. And there's nothing like a quality drop away rest that functions the way it's supposed to. There is no resistance applied to your arrow shaft. Nothing. Mm-hmm. And then the release, man, it's a big one. Yeah. You don't realize, like, and honestly, like, I want a more expensive release. I want to get this fucking. Well, I want that fucking dialed archery sight too. Nah, you know what else I want? I want to fucking hit the lottery, but can't have it all. I'd love that dialed archery sight, but I think first, my next purchase is going to be a new release. I'm going to get the True Ball Goat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's $300.
Yes, it is.
But it is a hinge and a thumb button.
I did some research on that.
That thing is sick.
It is sick.
I mean, and you can I've handled some like high end releases, man, and it is like what I'm driving right now is like I don't know, it's like a fucking Chevy Malibu. It's a nice ride, does the job, but dude, you get one of these like high end releases,
yeah,
that thing's a fucking Lambo, son. You feel it in your hand, you're like, oh, okay, I understand. Like this is high quality, and it makes a difference. I think your release. It might be, other than the bow itself, might be the single most important part. I'd have to say release, rest, sight, stabilizers, quiver. Because the quiver, I'm taking the fucking thing off. Whatever. As long as it fits arrows, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
The stabilizer, I'd like to have a rear stabilizer.
Not needed, though.
I don't need it. So not for hunting. Honestly, you don't need it.
No.
And you don't need a real nice one out front either. I mean, you can go cheap and make do. Sight. Yeah, you can get some pretty decent sights out there. Are they going to be fun and fancy, and are you going to be able to, stretch it out to 100 with them? No. But there's nothing wrong with a 3-pin fucking trophy ridge sight.
Absolutely not.
A rest, I want a good rest, and a release, I think, will make you a better archer.
Yeah.
Straight up. A good release will make you a better shot.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And I love it. A high-end bow, I know they're fucking expensive, but they make it so much more fun. So much more enjoyable. Just ask Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and he went from, like, a nice Hoyt bow, a couple years old, to a flagship Hoyt, and he was like, holy shit.
Yeah. It's like a 87 Cavalier to a fucking Ferrari.
Yeah. And not only that, but you're talking like even for longevity, man. Like the draw cycle is so much smoother. You're getting so much less vibration when you shoot that bow too. Like it's not as hard on your joints because you don't realize it. Like it doesn't seem like it, but over time, that shit takes a toll on your body. I mean, it's wearing on your elbows and your wrists and your stuff. And if that bow fucking vibrates out the yin yang every time you shoot it, man, it's a long term thing. You know what I mean? So it's a benefit in that aspect as well. And it just, man, when you've got a nice bow, or a high-end bow, that release is so smooth. And it's just, I feel like mine is like a part of me. I feel like that thing is like, we are simpatico. You know what I mean? Like, I love my bow so much. Like, did I ever talk about on here how this chick wanted to, like, do a photo shoot with my bow?
No. Keep it going.
Okay, hold on. Let's pause this. I'm going to go grab something real quick. I got to light up for this one.
Yeah, dude, this sounds like a hell of a fucking story.
So, happy Labor Day. So, this chick I was, like, hanging out with, seeing, I guess, she was like a photographer, and real nice girl. But she wanted to do like a photo shoot with my bow. She was like wanted to take it and like put like a bikini on and like take some pictures for me, her and her friend, and like take it out to the woods and like all this stuff. And like sounds great, right? Sounds cool as hell. But I'm like, I don't want you taking my fucking bow.
Touch my bow.
That's my fucking baby. Like, it sounds awesome. It sounds cool. But I'm just not okay with you taking my fucking bow overnight. I didn't do it. I was like, yeah, I can't do it.
I completely agree.
Yeah, it made me. It's pretty fucking sorry, isn't it? But hey, dude, like, hey, that's my fucking baby. If you fuck that thing up, like,
we're gonna have real issues.
yeah, I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, so that was a thing. It was
awesome.
It was funny. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember when I bought that Obsession. God, what a piece of shit. And then I went into Autumn Sky, and just the first drawback on that Helix, I told whoever was there, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Just the feeling of a Cadillac flagship bow.
Dude, your draw cycle's smoother than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Helix is, those cams are killer draw cycle. The Ventum, don't get me wrong, I got no issues with them, but yours feels lighter than mine.
Yours is quite harsh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a forgiving draw cycle.
No.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's got a great valley and a solid back wall, and I like it, but the initial draw, it takes some horsepower, son. It's significantly more difficult to draw than yours, and they're the same poundage. So,
yeah. Well, maybe they'll figure it out because that is their first year with the binary cams.
yeah,
So,
and that could be something too. A yoke split, not a split yoke, it's a dual yoke.
it's a yoke system, yeah.
Yeah, the yoke cam system. Maybe it is by nature smoother than a binary cam system. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I haven't shot enough of each to say like, these ones seem to perform a little smoother in the draw. You know.
I would like to pull Ryan's back because it's the same bow.
Yeah, but you're newer, right?
Yeah, he's got the Axios. I got the Helix.
Right.
So mine's a 19. His is a 2020.
So when do you think you'll upgrade? When do you not upgrade, but when do you think you'll get a newer model?
I don't know, man. That thing is shooting money. It still feels great.
Yeah.
Until something spectacularly new comes along, I don't see any reason to. Maybe 10 years, I'd say.
10 more.
Well, 10 years. So I got 3 years in it already, so 7 more years. I don't know.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you. I love the bow so much, and in order for us to upgrade now, like, I'm not going to 70. You know what I mean? I got to get 80-pound limbs on my next bow. So there's an extra $250.
Ew.
You know what I mean? So we're talking $1,500 investment just for the bow.
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, they haven't really done anything like crazy over the past few years that makes me like, oh, fuck, I want that.
Yeah.
Like, there's some cool shit. You know what I mean? Like, since yours, they've got the Picatinny rail. And
About it.
the Matthews has the dovetail option where you can mount it through the center of the riser. I like that even better.
I love that.
Yeah, that's better than the Picatinny.
Yeah.
But it's like, is that worth the $1,500 price tag? And
Absolutely not.
for a bow that, honestly, the motor of your bow is the cams.
Yeah.
That's the motor. If we're speaking of it in analogous to a vehicle, that's the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, they haven't really done anything crazy better.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not cranking out any faster. They're not getting you any more poundage, like for or power. It's all right around those IBO numbers are all right around 340, 330. You know what I mean? Which is pretty standard until they make a compound that's putting out 380, 400. Which, I mean, I know there's like some out there, but you're sacrificing a lot for that too.
Yeah, those are hard shooting bows.
Yeah. Until they make some big change, I just don't see a reason to upgrade.
Yeah. Speaking of those IBO numbers, what a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, what is that about?
I mean, they take your bow, the max draw length with a 350 grain arrow, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Which you can't even shoot.
That's dry firing your bow.
Yeah, like we can't shoot anything under 400 grains with 80 pounds. You can't do it.
No.
It'll fucking tear strings apart.
Yeah.
It's hard on the cams. Can't do it.
And some
70 pounds, 350, you could shoot it, but that's the bare minimum.
But people will get their bows and they'll fire it through a chrono and they'll be like, "What the fuck? This thing's not shooting 340."
Yeah. No, it's unrealistic.
It never will.
No, I don't even know why that's a thing.
I don't agree with it. I think it's. I don't know. Wait, what are you going to do?
Yeah, they want to juice those numbers up.
Mm-hmm.
It's the rookie numbers. We got to pump those numbers up, dude.
Yeah, man.
I don't know, but I think Hoyt does a really good job of making a bow. And you know what I thought was interesting? Something that I noticed recently is Joe Rogan switched to PSE when Dudley did.
Fag. I mean,
I fucking love Joe Rogan. I love John Dudley too. They're just awesome. And they've both done so much for like the archery and hunting community.
Oh yeah.
Like as advocates for it. Like, dude, they're both fucking saints in the community. But Joe switched to PSE when Dudley did.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe switched back to Hoyt.
Yes, he did.
He hasn't talked about it. He hasn't given his reason, but hey, man, there's something there.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't a bad bow out there right now.
No,
but
I think PSEs are probably awesome.
Yeah,
but hey, Joe switched back to Hoyt. You know what I mean? So, wonder what that was about. Maybe because he got a free one from Cam Haynes. Who knows?
Maybe, probably, most likely.
Yeah, most likely. But I just, hey, Hoyt's a great bow, but that doesn't mean, like, my next bow, I'm not dead set on shooting a Hoyt.
No.
I mean, I got fucking stickers and stuff.
But got merch.
It does. I got hats. But I'm not a total fan whore. You know what I mean? Like, my next bow, I'm going to shoot what they got and go with whatever feels best to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. My next bow, I'm going to shoot them all.
Yeah, but the thing of it is we also know Hoyt's like customer service is top notch, man.
Yeah.
They fucking stand by their shit. They will replace your limbs free of fucking charge if something's wrong with them. They'll replace your cams. They'll replace your fucking cable like they did with you.
Yeah.
I mean, when a brand does that for you, it's hard to really stray away from them because it's like they've looked out for me. You know what I mean? And they keep producing high quality equipment. It's like I'm a little biased towards Hoyt.
Yeah.
So like when I do decide to switch, that's going to be in the back of my mind, knowing that if I do something to this bow, I know for a fact Hoyt will replace my limbs for free.
I wonder if all companies are like that, lifetime warranty.
I bet a lot of them are.
I would hope so.
Yeah, it's for the price tags of these fucking things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And I don't know, like, maybe they are, but it's like time. Like, dude, Hoyt, they replace your shit quick. Like, they will have it sent to that bow shop fast, and you'll have your bow back. And, dude, you can't put a price on that.
No.
I love that. So, and I'd appreciate some feedback on this, actually, from our listeners. If you shoot another brand, PSC, fucking Matthews, Bowtech, Elite, whatever it is, and you've had an experience where you've had to get something warranted, let us know how that went for you.
Yeah.
Like, was it a pain in the ass, or did they stand by their shit and get you your stuff quick? Because that matters to me a lot.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Yeah. So if you're listening, send us a message on the gram.
Yeah, or
comment, Facebook.
Comment on YouTube.
Comment on YouTube. Yeah, let us know your experiences with that because we'd love to hear them.
Yeah, because it's been nothing but good with Hoyt.
Yeah. And as consumers, this is stuff we should share with each other. To, you know what I mean? Like, hey, knowledge is power. Mm-hmm. And if the only people with knowledge are the ones selling the shit, who's the ones with the power there? We as the consumers, if we tell each other, like, this is how this company works, then we can make an educated purchase on our next purchase. You know what I mean? And know, like, hey, theoretically, I'm not saying PSE does this, but hey, PSE doesn't really stand by their shit. You know what I mean? Like, well, I want to know that because guess what? I probably won't buy a PSE even if it shoots better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That matters that much.
Something takes a shit on it, and God forbid it takes 3 months to get it
like
apart.
Obsession.
Oh, my God.
How was their customer service, John?
Shit. They didn't stand by it at all.
No.
They still didn't pay. Last time I was in there, every time I see Don Autumn Sky, they still didn't pay him for that $500. He ate that $500 for me.
That was a fucking stand-up thing to do with Don.
Yeah, but Obsession still didn't pay him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
I'll never buy an Obsession.
Don't.
No.
Jesus, man, what a stupid idea I had.
Yeah. Well, you like to go against the grain.
I do, and it never works. It never works.
So I'm trying to get you to buy Sika gear, and I know you're like, oh, well, this Osseo stuff. And I'm like, John,
Yeah.
just fucking buy the good shit, dude. Fuck.
I don't know why I'm like that.
Yeah, and I get it. I think you're apprehensive about like being on a bandwagon. You don't want to be a bandwagon jumper.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, which I totally get. But hey, man, when
proven.
somebody makes good shit, they make good shit. You know, Hoyts are great fucking bows, and Matthews are too. Like, from like bows that I've shot, I haven't shot that many other bows than Hoyt and Matthews, and I've never owned a Matthews, but I've shot quite a few of them. They're fucking great bows too.
Yeah.
And I've heard their customer service is really good too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those two are, and well, really a lot of them are pricey now. They're all about the same.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about carbon, then Hoyt's pretty fucking steep.
I don't see.
PSE is too, though, ain't they?
Yeah.
But they're like the only ones that really make carbon bows. So I mean, carbon's just an expensive bow.
I don't see the reason for it.
Yeah. You think you'll ever buy a carbon bow?
No.
Yeah.
I don't see the point.
I probably won't either. I mean, I would love to own one, but I don't know if it's worth that extra price tag.
I don't think it is. When the aluminum one's doing the exact same thing for $600 less?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Why would you? For warmth in the wintertime?
I feel like I talked to Will Bratton. Shout out. Will Bratton, if you're listening. He lives down Southern Maryland. We went bow fishing with him and shit. We'll probably hook up with him again this year and get down there. He wants to take us out when we go down Sika deer hunting, but I don't know if we're going to be able to squeeze that in.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out, Will. But definitely drink some beers with you.
For sure.
But Will's got a carbon Hoyt.
Does he?
And I think it's 80 pounds, too.
Oh,
yeah.
Manly, man.
Fucking hey, dude. It's probably got a fucking piece on it, Will.
Fucking hammer, dog.
But, yeah. And if I remember correctly, Will did prefer and he's got two bows, aluminum and carbon. I think he said he preferred the carbon. Oh. But I don't know, Will. Reach out to me. Tell me why.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Ain't no. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, but we don't have enough experience with him to really say. I can't imagine it's worth the extra $600.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I think Will like got his through a deal of like he worked for a guy or something. Okay. And the guy paid him in a bow.
Hey.
Which is sick. If anybody wants like some fucking welding or plumbing done or fucking carpentry, and you want to give me a carbon bow, I'm fucking all for it.
I'm your guy.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Why isn't that more of a thing? You know, why can't we do stuff like that more commonly, like trade work for like stuff? You know,
the barter system.
Yeah, like I'd almost prefer to do that for certain shit. You know what I mean? Like anybody want to fucking redo my bathroom? I'll give you a 4-wheeler. You know what I mean? Like that's cool shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
People should offer stuff like that more on Facebook.
4-wheelers don't pay the bills, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, and fucking money talks. You know?
Yes, it does.
But if you offer me a fucking 80-pound limbed carbon Hoyt,
hey,
you could probably get me to do a job that you could pay me, that you should pay me more for, just because you got that fucking bow. I'm like, let me shoot that thing, and I'm like, okay, all right,
dude,
I'll fucking do your roof. It's like it's a $2,000 bow. Yeah, I know, I'll do your roof, the whole fucking thing.
Here's a question for you: Would you like to have options in the way of your bow? Like, would you like to have a second bow?
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know either.
I feel like I get intimate.
Yeah.
With my bow. I mean, and then switching might cause. Will, tell us about that.
Yes.
I hope you're listening. I'll have to reach out to him if he doesn't hear this one and ask him, because he does. He has two bows, and they're both hunting bows. And it's like, you got to wonder, like, but I wonder, maybe it's a good thing to switch it up. You know what I mean? Like switching up releases.
Yeah, maybe.
It keeps you on. It keeps you sharp. I wonder if switching up bows could maybe have the same effect.
Yeah, I don't know from experience, but I know when I'm at full draw with the Helix, it just feels right.
Yeah.
And if you switch, I don't know.
And there's no way you can have two bows and one not be your favorite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like having two vehicles.
Yeah, you're gonna prefer over the other.
Yeah. Like, well, you have two vehicles. Which one do you prefer?
My fucking truck.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I drive it less, but fucking gas is expensive, so.
And they both work great.
Yeah.
But you prefer
But
one.
I prefer, dude, it's something I didn't realize, because I've drove trucks for years. I never had a car. And once I got that car, like, dude, when I drive my car for a while and I haven't driven my truck and then I hop in my truck, I'm like, God, this feels so good. Like, it is a thing.
Yeah.
Man, I like driving a truck. Like, it is just, that's what I'm meant to drive. I don't like driving cars.
Yeah. Sam has been having issues with her Chevy Cruze. If you're listening, don't buy a fucking Chevy Cruze. God damn it, what a pain in the ass. So, you know, I've been driving it, taking on test drives after I fix something and then something else breaks. But speaking of the devil here, she's pulling in right now. But I prefer my truck.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
God. Cars are, I don't know what that, I feel like less of a man when I drive my car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like this. My truck, I'm like, fuck yeah, I hit that pedal and it's you know what I mean? I fucking got power. I want to drive over this fucking median. Get some, whore. Fuck you.
My main gripe with cars is, like, if you're in traffic, you can't see what's ahead of you.
Yeah.
I like being in my truck. I like being able to look over shit, knowing what's coming. That's my main gripe.
Yeah. And honestly, like, just like I'm joking about it, like pulling over that median, but I'm not. Like, I fucking will fucking ride right over a curb. Like, get fucked, son.
Yeah.
And you can't do that in a car.
Mm-mm.
And I just, I love driving a truck. They're so fucking expensive right now. I don't want to get a new one.
Don't.
But I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I think about it from time to time.
Don't do it.
I know.
I wish I would have just fixed my fucking Cummins. But then again, fucking diesel's $5 a gallon.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, God.
Jerking off the dog to feed the cat right now. I
Getting
can't afford fucking $5 a gallon.
Shout out Kevin.
Kevin Dvorak, baby. we're gonna text you and call you over, but my phone fucking took a shit, and I didn't want to text him last minute and be like, hey, come to a pod with you. But Kevin and Brandy, we'll get them on here soon.
Yes.
We got to make that happen this weekend. We've got a pretty busy schedule. Ryan's gonna be on. I'm gonna
Thursday night.
Yes, the opening day eve, bow hunting eve. I don't know. We'll have to think of an official name for that. And then we will have, I'm hoping, as long as, you know, we're not like dragging deer or looking for deer late, Kevin and Brandy on next weekend as well. So look forward to those episodes because they're going to be fire.
Yes, sir.
Carbon will be flying.
Yes, it will.
I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, dog.
And our lovely Sam is coming in with our pizza. So with that, we're getting the fuck out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny, got anything else?
I got nothing.
We appreciate y'all tuning in. Give us a like, a subscribe, a follow. Tell your friends about us. Tell your mom. Tell her I love her. And we will see you guys very soon.
Peace.